Madam, most respected
Hello.
Vice Principal. Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes.
I do not hear you.
Dr. Das, that let me interrupt you. That
Yes.
Kalita sir just he
I can't
told
hear
me
you.
that yes, he has some problems in hearing, that he is not getting us. So I don't know whether the problem from his side or from our side, but we are getting you clearly, but he is not getting us. So maybe some technical problem from our side. Or may I ask that Mr. Lidhar Sohan to check it?
Yeah, Dr. Ambeswar, can you hear me? I don't hear you.
Yes. I am getting you clearly.
You are audible, sir.
Yes, you are audible clearly, but from your side, I think some problem is there. We are getting everyone clearly. Hello.
Sir is muted, I think.
No, sir. I think he is. Yeah, whether he is using headset or something like that. If he is using headset or this microphone headset, then there may be problem with that headset also. He can rejoin. I think he can once
Dr.
rejoin
Phukon.
again.
Hello, Dr. Phukon. Hello. Hello, Dr. Phukon.
Yes, Dr. Das.
You just request Kalita sir to rejoin, so that.
Okay. Yes.
Inform.
Okay.
So. Leeladhar. Hello.
Sir. Hello, sir.
Has Kalita sir joined?
Till now, he has not joined. That he is going to rejoin. So you please continue. So let your part be completed first. Yeah.
I think we can continue.
I think yes, we will continue.
Yes,
sir. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So
you continue next agenda.
Yes. Good morning, everyone. Respected Principal Madam, most respected Vice Principal Sir, Honorable Kalita Sir, my friend Dr. Phukon, my esteemed colleagues, and dear participants. On behalf of Kokrajhar Govt College, I would like to welcome you all to the online workshop organized jointly by Department of Chemistry and Mathematics of the college. Kokrajhar Govt College was established in the year 1959. It is the premier institute in the entire area of BTR, Bodoland Territorial Region, with 19 departments of arts and science streams together. The college offers postgraduate program in 4 subjects, namely Assamese, chemistry, English, and mathematics. The main aim of the institution is to offer an integrated and holistic education with particular focus on intellectual, cultural, and social development of the students to make them compassionate and committed human beings. The Department of Chemistry was started in the year 1964. Presently, the department is enriched with highly qualified and experienced faculties. Major course in chemistry was introduced in the year 2001. Postgraduate program in chemistry was introduced in the year 2017. The department also has research facilities for doing PhD in chemistry. The Department of Mathematics came into existence in the year 1964. The department started PG program in the year 2017. The department has also research facilities for doing PhD in mathematics. One of the challenging job of research work is writing thesis. After completion of the research work, writing of thesis or research paper becomes tedious work. Just few years back also, people make their draft copy of thesis writing manually or made handwritten copy. Then they type that and finally prepare the main thesis. It was a very hard work, but these days, due to development of technology, invention of softwares, etc., it becomes quite easier. But one must know these techniques properly. Considering these facts, we have organized this workshop. We are lucky enough that amidst us, we have Dr. H.K. Kalita, Professor of Computer Science and Engineering and Dean Academic Section of Central Institute of Technology, Kokrajhar, and Dr. Ambeswar Phukon, Associate Professor of Mathematics, Kokrajhar Government College. They will explain all the things very clearly so that participants get benefited after taking part in all the technical sessions, both theoretical and hands-on sessions. With this hope, welcoming you all again, I conclude my welcome speech. Over to Mr. Leeladhar Chauhan.
Thank you, sir. Now, next agenda is inauguration of the program by our respected principal madam. Before she inaugurates this, I would like to present a brief introduction to our principal madam for the knowledge of all our participants. Dr. Banavina Brahmo, she is our principal. She is the 11th principal of Kokrajhar Government College. She did her graduation from Cotton College, Guwahati, majoring in history, and completed her MA in history from University of Pune. Dr. Brahmo completed her PhD from North Bengal University. Dr. Banavina Brahmo has the experience of teaching at UG level for the last 22 years. Her doctoral thesis is in the field of incorporation and administration of Eastern Duars region under the colonial rule. Kokrajhar Government College is lucky enough to get such a dynamic principal since 2018. Now I request her to inaugurate this 3 days workshop with her speech. Madam, now the stage is yours. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Leeladhar. Okay, good morning, everyone. At the very
Good morning, madam.
yes, at the very outset, I would like to welcome all the participants in this webinar, and I would like to especially welcome our resource person, Dr. Kalita from CIT. And I'm very happy that both the departments of Kokrajhar Government College, Chemistry and Mathematics Department, had organized this lecture series or webinar, whatever you call it, on a very, very relevant topic. Okay? So I'm very happy. I'm thankful for the departments for organizing this webinar. And the topic of today's is use of Microsoft Word in thesis writing. This is meant. Today's webinar is meant for the young researchers who are doing research now, and not only the researchers who are doing research right now, but for those who have done research earlier also. For everyone, this topic is very much relevant. While speaking about the use of Microsoft on thesis writing, I recall my days of writing thesis, as we were not that techno savvy person. While writing our thesis, what we used to do was like just now Professor Vasanta Das has mentioned that we used to write down it manually in copies. Then again, we had to hire someone to type that for us. And again, as the typist was not professional one, again, we had to check it, the spellings, outlines, everything we had to speak. And it was a huge, huge kind of task for us. It was very difficult. Always such a checking right from the spelling to your outlines, everything. It was a Herculean task. Okay, so now after doing as now I am helping one of the students to do her research, and that student happened to know how to use Microsoft Word in thesis writing. So while I was assisting her, I found that the use of Microsoft Word very, very helpful while writing the thesis. I was amazed, like how it helps in, setting the outlines, the titles, subtitles. So I found, wow, this is very good. So if I had knew this technology before, if I was a techno-savvy person, then it would have been so much easier for me to write my thesis. That was the first thought when I saw the use of Microsoft Word while compiling your thesis. So this is a very relevant topic, and it is going to be a very useful for the researchers, and I'm very much interested in this topic. Even I want to learn more, so I'll be joining this session, the 3-day session after that, because I'm very much interested. And again, once more, I would like to thank my departments, both chemistry and mathematics department, for organizing this wonderful webinar. And here in both the departments, we have PG sections, and we have faculties who has guideship. They are already guiding the students in doing PhD. So this will help the other faculties who are doing research and who are thinking of joining into research, and the students as well. And I would like to thank Dr. Kalita for joining, for giving his valuable time for this webinar. And once again, I welcome all the participants from our college and from different institutions who have joined this webinar. This is going to be a very important, and this webinar is going to help you in your future research. And I wish this webinar a great success. And I'll be joining I myself will be joining the series very seriously. And thank you all. Okay. Okay, over to Liladhar.
Thank you, madam. Now, Basanta sir will again continue.
Hello, Liladhar. Hello.
Oh, yes, sir, you are audible.
Yes. So you can
You are audible,
continue. You just hand over mic to Kalita sir for his keynote speech and just giving the introduction. You can introduce him also.
Okay, sir. Thank you. I hope connectivity issues are not there with sir now. First of all,
Do you see my screen right now?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's visible.
Yes, sir. Yes, no problem.
No problem, sir. We have given access to share everybody's screen. That we did not change any default template of this Cisco. So it's nice, sir. It's coming. Okay, sir. So I will say a few lines and then you can stop sharing, sir. This one.
Yeah. Yeah, please continue. I'll just do that.
Okay, okay, sir. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So, first of all, I thank from the organizing committee to Dr. Hemanta Kumar Kalita, Associate Professor of Central Institute of Technology, Kokrajhar, for acting as keynote speaker of this first day of this session. And let me introduce a little to our participants the CV of Dr. Hemant Kumar Kalita sir. Currently, he is Dean of Academic Affairs and Professor of Computer Science and Engineering in Central Institute of Technology, Kokrajhar. He completed his Bachelor of Engineering in Computer Science and Engineering subject from Dibrugarh University. Thereafter, he pursued MTech in IT from Tezpur University. He earned his PhD from Jadavpur University in the year 2013. Before joining in Central Institute of Technology, Kokrajhar, he had worked in different positions, engineering as well as in academic sectors, some of which include IT analyst in Tata Consultancy Services Mumbai for a period of 2006 to 2008. He was associate scientist in ABB India Corporate Research Center of Bangalore, again in the period 2008 to 2010. He worked as assistant consultant at Tata Consultancy Services for a period of 2010 to 2012. Then in academics, he was associate professor of IT department in Northeast Hill University from 2012 to 2017, and thereafter he is now in CIT. I myself is a research scholar of CIT in physics department also, sir, and I welcome you again for your for giving us valuable time in this session of day one of our workshop. Thank you, sir. You can proceed now. The stage is yours.
Thank you. So actually, I'm sharing my screen now.
Yes, sir.
That's fine. Yeah. So
Visible, sir.
good morning. Yeah. Good morning, Honorable Principal Ma'am, organizer of this workshop. I would like to thank everybody for giving me this opportunity to interact with all the participants of this workshop. And the topic is, as our principal ma'am has said, is very pertinent. Although there are a lot of lot of word processing softwares available in nowadays, but the hard reality is that we cannot do without Microsoft Word or Microsoft Office in particular. So even Microsoft corporation also knows about this reality, and they are coming with all sort of options available, so that even researcher also finds this particular word processing tool useful. So that way, as I already said before, this workshop is very pertinent. Many times what happens, we consider this piece of software as a very simple software, and just I mean, even because there are a lot of different levels by which actually one can work in this uh, Microsoft Office tool. I mean, for a very beginner kind of thing, for him or her also, it is very easy to use. He just needs to type something, save it, print it, and go. And for a mediocre type of thing, for him or her also, he can learn little more advanced option available in the tool. And for advanced level, user also, lot of things can be done using this particular tool. I hope, because I have seen a diversified kind of attendees to this workshop. So in the next 3 days, or including one next 2 days, we can all discuss all the options available in Microsoft, Word in particular, or rather it could have been a little bit in a broader term, Microsoft Office, because so to use options like graph or figures, there are a lot of other tools available in Microsoft Office. So that way, I feel those things also, would be it would be better if we can just discuss it. For example, how to import a graph from MS Excel to MS Word. Those things also probably would be better if any one of our resource person can discuss about it, so that our participants are benefited. So with this, I'm coming to my first slide. I'm just not presenting it because that will create some problem, and there is some network issues also. So I know that next this in these 3 days of workshop, a lot of resource person will be discussing many more things. So as a keynote speaker, my job is not to cover everything, so that they have nothing to discuss. So I'd like to just touch upon the basic things, and what are the things that should be discussed in this workshop, so that it becomes a successful one, and so that everyone who participates to this workshop are benefited. So first of all, we need to understand what are the word processors. What are the word processor that we call? Because from there on only all these things are coming up. Because as you know, the computer's only job is not to do word processing, but then it is also one kind of word processor. So if our participants remember, then earlier people used to use typewriter, that using keyboard. So that is also one kind of word processor device. So that device or a software, either of these two is called word processor. Now, after that, lot of word processor tool actually, came and actually became extinct also. But then, many of you probably would be remembering that pacemaker was one of the, good tool to write, thesis for many days. Even if you remember this LaTeX also one of the tool. In fact, personally speaking, I use LaTeX for my, research paper or otherwise even for, thesis writing also, because for me that is the one which I'm more comfortable with. But then here on the screen, I have written one abbreviation. What is that called? WYSIWYG. So the full form of this abbreviation is what you see is what you get. So there are some, word processing tool or software or device where whatever you type, you instantly see what is the output. So the problem with, tools like LaTeX is that, instantaneously you do not see the output of what you are typing. For that, you need to generate, by giving certain commands. So generate the, PDF file, and you have to look at that PDF file. Again, you come back to the, software. Again, you correct it. Again, you, do the same thing to, see the, output of your correction. So that is not what you see is what you get. But then this Microsoft Word is a WYSIWYG type of software. Why it is said so? Because here what you type, you instantaneously can see the output on the screen. So this word now probably everybody would remember that Microsoft Word is a WYSIWYG type of software. So this is very important for everybody to know, because as a researcher, you may not be always using this type of software. Sometimes your supervisor may ask, for example, the coordinator of this workshop, what he mentioned, that he is doing basically his research work in CIT. I'm sure his supervisor would be also asking him to use, LaTeX or that type of software. But sometimes what happens, in many conferences, they nowadays do not accept that kind of, text file we used to call tex.tex. So they basically, circulate the template in MS Word, doc. So over there, then you have to do all the things in MS Word file. Now, those who are basically accustomed to using tools like, which are other than this, what you see is what you get. For them, using the Microsoft Word becomes very cumbersome, very difficult. Even as our coordinator mentioned, I was 6 years in, industrial research. Over there, I hardly could use, LaTeX, because, our, managers, they are more familiar with, this WYSIWYG type of software. I mean, Microsoft Word type of software, they are more familiar with. So, and as you know, for writing a paper or writing any document, technical reports or whatever, it is not about you what you are writing. You also need to be, need it to be reviewed by your supervisor. So you have a list of people who would be supervising or, reviewing your work. So in that case, if you do something in, LaTeX, they will just, be irritated that, why you are doing it in PDF. I cannot write my review. But in MS Word, what happens, that doc file you create, over there itself, you can have several review comments on the document itself. I hope our, workshop resource person will show you how review of your thesis can be done using, MS Word. I'm sure our coordinator is noting down all this, whatever I'm commenting, so that, our resource person can cover it. So that, reviewing of document would be very, very easy when we'll be using this, word processing tool. But for, tools like LaTeX, yes, you can generate the draft copy. You can, do that job before generating the final copy. But then, there a lot of other hassles you have to face. I mean, for a person who are familiar with programming, he or she may find it, easy, but then, otherwise it is very time taking. Output is quite good. I'm definitely, sure about it. The output that you get from LaTeX is very difficult to get it from tools like WYS, IWYZ. But then, you also have to see the ease of use and how in less time you can produce a document. Second thing is that how it can be reviewed, and also along with this many other along with it many other tools are required to be used. So that is also important, like drawing figure, as I said, importing graphs. So all these things are also important. So you get all these facilities in this kind of software which we are discussing now. Yes, one thing is true that in a workshop we should not be more inclined to a particular vendor, but then as you know, this Microsoft Word has not remained as a kind of vendor specific tool. It has become a very widely accepted tool. So having a workshop on this particular tool itself is very pertinent. So just I'm coming to my next slide. So I think our all participants they might be knowing which version of Microsoft Word is currently available, though it is everywhere backward compatible. We call it. What is backward compatible? I mean, suppose currently we are having Microsoft Word 2019. That is the latest version of Microsoft Word available. So what is the plan for Microsoft? Microsoft in the second half of 2021, they are going to release Microsoft Word 2021, but nothing has been said more about it. So the latest version of Microsoft Word is 2019. But then it is called backward compatible. I do not know many things about 2021, but what is backward compatibility? That means suppose you instead of 2019 have created a document in Microsoft Word 2016. So in that case, that doc file, doc file, I think everybody knows, right? That dot doc, that is what I'm saying, doc file. That is the extension you get for any file that you create using Microsoft Word, or otherwise you get docx. So either of this. So suppose you have created that file in Microsoft Word 2016. So now you may be apprehensive whether that thing can be used in 2019 or not. So as per this backward compatibility rule, you would be able to use or open the document in Microsoft Word 2019 if you have created the document in Microsoft Word 2016. However, the reverse is not true. Reverse means, suppose you have created a document in 2019, to certain feature or part or whatever component of the document, if you try to open it in 2016, you will not be able to get all the features. The document may eventually get opened, but then that formatting, certain objects that you insert, you'll not be see it, or rather it may summarily reject to open also. You do not know, depending upon the type of document. So that is what is the backward compatibility, or you can say upward compatibility. So that always remains a concern for many users. So please do not complain to anybody after this workshop if you create a document in 2019 and if you try to open it in 2016 and doesn't open. So that is will not happen. That will not happen. But then other way it will happen. I mean, you create a document in 2016, you will be able to open it in 2019. So that goes to the versioning. I think all of you now, our participants know what is that word processor. So there are many word processors exist. If I come to the first slide, even nowadays people are going into that tool called Open Office. Open Office, I think all of you would be hearing about this name. It's not possible to have what is that called interaction, but then still I'm trying to write it. So this Open Office is a open source tool. Everybody is using it, and if you use instead of this, what is that called, Microsoft operating system, if you use Ubuntu, Ubuntu, then over there, this Open Office comes as a package, so you can use it from there. Even you can have the Windows version of Open Office. The benefit of this is that you don't have to pay. I mean, you don't have to have license of using this Open Office because it is open source. So many people are now working this using this Open Office. Then many people uses pacemaker or that kind of tools. As I already said, I also use for research purpose this LaTeX. But then for my day-to-day use and for all sort of other research related works, I always use Microsoft Word. I mean, we cannot escape from the utility of this particular tool. So coming to my slide number 4, I think it will take a little time. Yes. So I'd like to, our organizer of this workshop also to discuss at least this much, whatever I have included. That first of all, when using this Microsoft Word, at the very beginning, certain things needed to be done. At the beginning, certain things needed to be done, and that is regarding with regard to setting up of the page, then style. It's not style includes a lot of things. I can actually share that document, one Ambeswar document for everybody's benefit. Let me see if I can do this. Then I'll have to stop this one. Let me see. It will take little time. It is coming. I'm now sharing one Microsoft Word, screen. But that is yet to be shown, I believe. Okay, so it has come now. I'll just make it little bigger. Even then also it would be very difficult for everybody to see. Anyway, so that settings, as I said, no, I mean that whether you want to, basically, many people becomes very annoyed because every time it comes that Calibri and whatever, that is the initial thing. So for the normal text, but if you type something like this, and suppose you want to, wants to make it Arial, something like this, Arial, and font suppose 12, and you want to do it for all normal text. So what you have to do here, you have to go and in the normal, just right click, and you have to do what? Update normal to match selection. Actually, right now only you can see this. So there is an option called update normal to match selection. If you do this, see everything has become now Arial. So that way these settings can be done. Now suppose out of this something you want to make heading. So for heading, you have to go here. There is a list, multi-level list. So you just click here. Now, if you want to give certain option to this heading one, then it is up to you. And if that thing has to be used for throughout the rest of the thesis, you just do update heading one to match selection. So now, whenever you just select anything and press heading one, that same type of things will come. You don't have to write every time select this. I also have kept this navigation button on, which you can do it over here. So see that navigation pen, if you do it, it will go. But normally we keep it for writing large document. We keep this navigation pen enabled. So it is like this. So initial stage you need to do all this stuff. Then coming to, yeah, some people is asking something, I guess. Anybody asking some question? Some voices I heard. Okay. So just a minute. Let me continue. I am again coming back to my presentation mode. It will take a while. It has come now. So that way, page setup, style setup, facial characters, header, footer, what is endnote, footnote, then how to have this page break, line break, all these aspects are required to be known, whether you know it or not. Then I would also like our resource person to discuss about how to create and manage tables. And as you know, in thesis writing, there will be many tables that will be used. So indexing those tables, putting captions, then adding labels, not only to tables, but also to these, images, various images that are, used while writing in, thesis. So those, how to use those, what is the main problem of all these elements in a thesis is that, and why for this reason I prefer LaTeX is that, referring these tables in the document. So in case of, LaTeX, I never have to worry once I create a kind of, you can say it is a kind of, reference. So once you create that one, by using certain name, you can always refer that particular image or table. And later on, if even the position or even that figure number or table number, even if it is changed, the whole document will be accordingly updated. You do not have to do cross-checking. And in earlier Microsoft, that was the biggest problem, because every time you add a new table or something, in the preceding chapter, suppose introduction you have written, now you have gone to literature survey or into the main contribution of your thesis, or even at the end of analysis of your results, or like that, and conclusion. So now if this way you write the thesis, many times you have to move back and forth, right? Your thesis is not completed at one go. That everybody should know. Those who have done PhD, they definitely know, and those who would be doing, they should know that thesis has to go to many times to the dustbin. Actually, I do not want to say how many times it will go, but many times it will go to dustbin. So you have to throw it out. So that way, a lot of back and forth movements are necessary. So nowadays, this Microsoft gives this option. In the reference section, if you go and check, you can have all these reference number, etc., using certain URL or hyperlink. So once you are done with it, even if you add new figure or table in the chapter before, rest of the figure numbers, etc., gets automatically incremented or decremented if you delete it. So that way, that part would be very important for anybody who writes thesis. Indexing is one option. One thing that we have to also discuss, I request resource person to discuss about this. Then how to generate table of contents, figures, tables, and reference. I mean, how when you create this bibliography, then how to refer or cite this bibliography in the thesis. It's a very good option like nowadays in Microsoft. Also, this mathematical formula, earlier people had lot of difficulties in putting mathematical formula, but now writing mathematical formula has become rather more easier than LaTeX, I would say. In MS Word, the way you can write mathematical or equation has become more easier, because I frequently use it. That is why I can say, because in LaTeX, you have to still write that, the classical way. though there are some good, editors nowadays are available, but then still, those things are required. But in case of Microsoft Word, it becomes nowadays very easy to write mathematical formula. So that part also I would request our resource persons to, cover. Finally, two good things I'd like to say. Many people are using it, but many people may be not knowing about it, which is like that Microsoft is giving you this option of doing this Windows split. I think you can see my screen now. I have splitted my screen into two halves. Yes, so as you have seen, my PPT screen has come up. Other half you would not see because that part I haven't shared. For doing that thing, I have to share the entire screen. That may create some trouble. So let me not do this. So what I have done by doing these things that, there is a button actually, that Windows button and left and right. So I'll have to even close it also. Just quickly, I'll just show you that this Windows split option is very good when you have to write Thesis. Here I'm not talking about any styles or features of MS Word, but this Windows split option would be very useful when you basically would like to write something by opening another document on the left or right hand side. So that would be very useful for using this option. Another thing is again another tool, you can say, option you can add on to Microsoft Word is called Grammarly. Grammarly is a paid tool that you have to buy, and once you install it, that gets integrated into the Microsoft Word. For any kind of people who are doing research, and even for us also, this becomes very useful because it helps you correcting the sentences in a very effective manner, giving you a lot of options to, by understanding what you want to speak, that tool basically will give you many sentential options, and you can choose the best sentence for your that particular portion of the thesis. So if possible, I would like to our research person use this two option also. So I have with this, I do not have much more to speak. I think even time constraint is also there. So by thanking all our organizer of this workshop, again to our honorable principal ma'am, I'd like to conclude my talk. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your keynote address, and you have pointed out very important aspects of Microsoft Words. You even made a comparison with LaTeX and other languages of this Microsoft Word, and you have given some key features as well as advantage and disadvantages, plus how it has become easier to type thesis in Microsoft Word. So on behalf of Kokrajhar Government College and this organizing committee, I thank you again for your nice, simple, as well as very useful and informative keynote speech. Thank you, sir. Thank you again. And now our session will continue. What we will go is that our resource person, Dr. Ambeswar Phukon, will now take over, and he will be doing the next session of this program. And before we move on to Phukon, sir, I think, sir, you are ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, sir, you are ready. So he is ready now. And Before he starts, let me tell a few lines about Dr. Ambeswar Phukon sir. He was my teacher in Kokrajhar Government College also. Dr. Ambeswar Phukon is currently Associate Professor, Department of Mathematics in Kokrajhar Government College. He completed his BSc, Bachelor of Science in Mathematics Honours from Jorhat Science College, Jorhat, Assam. He did his master's degree MSc in Mathematics from Gauhati University, Guwahati, Assam. He is a PhD from Tezpur University, one of the very good rank universities of India, Tezpur University. He joined Kokrajhar Government College way back in 2002, and he has a vast teaching and research experience. He had also worked in Central Institute of Technology, Kokrajhar, as associate professor in mathematics department for a brief while, almost 1 year and maybe around two years period. His research interests include pure mathematics, and he has several quality research papers in reputed journals. And it was his concept of Microsoft Word. Someday we had a discussion, and later on he himself started formulating this, that thesis writing is not easy. And after all discussions, we thought we would arrange one workshop like this, and mathematics department as well as chemistry department, they jointly finalized this. So now I welcome Dr. Phukon sir. Sir, now the stage is yours. You can start your presentation. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Lidhar Sohan. Dr. Manobina Brahma, Principal of this college. Dr. Hemanta Kalita, Professor and Dean of CIT. Once he was my colleague at that institute. Dr. Basanto Kumar Das, Dr. Basak, Sibu Basak, that convener and co-convener of the workshop, and my colleagues and all the participants joined from Assam and from other states. As just that coordinator that he told that this was the concept of mine, that actually I am not an expert in computer field, that I am neither any have any degree in computer field. I do not have so much expert in this field. And even I wrote my PhD thesis in LaTeX, as so a few things were told about by LaTeX by our keynote speaker, that Kalita, that LaTeX is a software that which can be used not only for writing thesis, that can be used for writing book, that can be used for writing paper, that many other things, that once that can be style file is prepared in a nice way, then output becomes very nice and very easy. And not only that one, that in mathematics, especially in mathematics and up to some extent in physics, where lots of mathematical expressions are involved, that in that case, that LaTeX is most efficient and LaTeX is more suitable. Then I'm not saying that MS Word is not suitable. MS Word is suitable, but MS writing that mathematical expressions in here, that in MS Office, MS Word, sometimes it becomes tedious. But if we use in LaTeX, that becomes easy. But although here that workshop is, it is a MS of MS Word, I'm not an expert here. Just I will share my views and how a thesis is prepared and what are components required for writing a thesis. So those things I will include here. Just as a few minutes back, that keynote speaker that mentioned those things, that style file, style file. That means the page setup, that keynote, endnote, footnote, header, footer, that grammatical grammar checking, and the most another part one is the reviewing. The reviewing part is the most crucial part in the here. That is a very good part. So manually, it is not necessary to do those things. That just you compare the review parts and then you can do those things. So here, that's the very advantageous positions are available in the case of Microsoft Word than that of the LaTeX. Although in LaTeX, that especially that is good for mathematical writing mathematical expressions. Here, I have seen that for various fields, participants are here, not only from that from that social science. There are from many, I have seen from commerce, and there are many from physics. There are some of chemistry, and some are from literature. So as we are having here diverse fields of that means actually another way you can say this is a multidisciplinary workshop. So that whatever the workshop to be included, or whatever the topics to be discussed in the workshop, that must be fitted to each of the disciplines. So that is why that whatever we shall be discussing here, we shall not be going to the technical. That means the how to write, the different things can be done in Ambeswar. I will not do those things. But here, that how a thesis can be written nicely, that how a thesis can be presented, generated nicely. So those parts we shall discuss here. Now I welcome all the participants from different parts of India. And instead of prolonging our speech, that we shall go, let us go to our technical site. Here, mainly, I think this page is shared. It is visible to all of you.
Yes, sir, it's visible. You can proceed.
Okay. So now here is that navigation that I will, what that things to be included here that I have highlighted here in the, during these 3 days, I shall cover these things. That navigation, that page setup. Page setup is the most crucial part here. And then creating a single level list, so that is not difficult one, but creating a multi-level list as per requirement. So this is the most crucial part. This is the very difficult part. And I am telling you that I took almost 3 to 4 days to learn this part. As I told you that I am not a computer expert. Just I have learned it, that things from YouTube and from other sources, and I'm sharing it to you. And here that it takes 2 to 4 days to me to learn it. That first why it took time, that first I generated, and then later on whenever the chapters I wrote, then sequentially they were not generated. And then I again watched several videos and several other write-ups. Then I have ultimately overcome it, that part. And paragraph setting. So paragraph setting is not also very difficult part. Paragraph setting is almost known to you, whoever is accustomed to the MS Word. And creating of multi-level continuous equation numbers as per heading. So this one another part. So continuous equation numbering. So I will show you that I will show you here 2 theses. 2 theses I will show you that where how the numbers are generated in continuously in equations in mathematical parts. So this is another part to be learned here. So those who will write their thesis in the discipline of statistics, mathematics, physics, and even in economics. So this part is another crucial part. They have to generate several equations. So giving the number equations according to their chapter, according to their heading, that is a difficult part. So this is one I will cover here. That creation of multi-level sequential caption numbering. So just a few minutes back, that was mentioned by keynote speaker, that in this case, that multi-level sequential caption numbering. So caption numbering, suppose we are inserting 5 number of tables. So 5 number of tables, we are not inserting that 5 number of tables in the same heading, in the same chapter. They might be distributed in different chapters. So their numbering should be done according to their chapters, according to their heading. So that to be done, that is the part I will cover here. The paragraph marker. So paragraph marker is not a part, that difficult part. It is just one click it part. Break, page break, and section break. So this is another part here. So page break, where to be done page break, where to be done section break. So this plays a crucial part, as whenever you will be writing the we're writing the footer and header, so and the page numbers. So this will play a crucial role. I'll show them this. Then insertion of cover page, acknowledgement, dedication, abstract. So it is not a difficult part. I'll show it. Then creation of table of contents. So this is another most crucial part here. So previously, what we done, that as previous speakers, they mentioned it, they highlighted that previously those things were done manually. So a table of content. So table of content was created manually. Suppose one heading is written in the table of content, and correspondingly that chapter number to be written inside the thesis. But in that case, whenever some editing is done, that whenever, and in that case, again, you have to sense simultaneously in both table of contents as well as in the page numbers. So this is nowadays, it has become very friendly. Header and footer offsetting. So this is not difficult one, but it is also crucial part. Header and footer. So different header and footer need to be given according to the style file of a university. So whenever that university gives the degree for PhD, then for writing of the thesis, that each university has its own style file. So accordingly, header and footer to be given. Then orientation, so landscape and page number formatting. So here, that orientation means, suppose you are writing the entire thesis in the A4 pages and you are taking the portrait, that orientation. But suddenly, suppose in some middle of pages that you need to orient it to the landscape. Once you do it landscape, then in that case, if you do not do the setting properly, then entire thesis will orient that horizontally or vertically. So in that case, you have to done it in a particular way, where only that particular portion will be oriented according to your desire. That will be whether it is landscape or whether it is portrait. Movement of sections. So movement of sections, that means here that whenever we shall be taking here, that in the header and in the headings, that we can move from one section to another section. Suppose in that way, suppose one chapter you have included some section, and that section later on it is seen that are supposed to be included in the chapter 1. Then you have to move from chapter 1 to chapter 2 to chapter 1. In that case, without changing anything directly, you can move from chapter 2 to chapter 1, and there will be nothing sense that will be generated automatically. Just you have to move from one place to another place. So that is another part. That is another thing is that page number formatting with different styles. So that it goes to header and footer. So I'll be discussing that one. Combining chapters. So it is not a difficult one. I will tell you later on. That line numbering, so it is not also a part difficult one. Setting body of text of a paragraph, it is not difficult one. Footnote and note, it is also difficult one. Creation of captions. So creation of caption. So creation of caption, it is another part where that suppose you are inserting a figure, and that figure you are inserting in chapter 1, and suppose another figure you are inserting in chapter 4. That how that caption to be numbered according to the chapters, that to be discussed here. That cross reference. So cross reference. So whenever you will be giving the, suppose you are inserting a table or you are inserting a figure. So that figure or that table supposed to be cited in somewhere, it's to be referred in some your page. Then how that to be referred? So that we shall discuss here. Insertion of some mathematical symbol by drawing. So that one. So insertion of mathematical, that is another part. So I shall discuss it here. that mathematical just by drawing. So the one note is there here that where just you draw the mathematical symbol, and that mathematical symbol will be generated according to its proper shape. So that is, I will show this one. Then available software for reference management, and this one. So another crucial part is the reference, the citation part. So this is can be done by using the mathematical, that is the MS Word itself from there. But here you have to do some things manually. But here some free softwares are available, open source softwares are available, from where you can download it and you can use that without writing. Just you can insert the reference or the citations, then that will be generated accordingly. So this is another difficult part and most important, but it's a crucial part here. So I shall discuss it. And an overview of the here. Mainly I will talk in the case of Mendeley. So Mendeley, I will use here that software. Then I have given the link to download the Mendeley. The link I shared it today's the day before yesterday. So I think most of you have downloaded it and you have installed it, and we shall be using that Mendeley. How to use that Mendeley software to reference sections. And I will discuss here both the things that are using the Mendeley as well as meeting from the Microsoft Word itself. But insert table and figure, so that is another one, multi-level reviewing and combining to a single file. So that was already talked about by Keynote speaker, that multi-level reviewing and grammar checking and final output of the thesis. So these are the things to be covered during this workshop. So let us start from the beginning to navigation, from the navigation part. So let me share one page. Okay, this page is shared.
Yes, yes.
Okay. I thought to share the two theses. Before going to my main topic, that let me share that two theses that how they look like. And so let me share it first. Thesis, is it shared? It is not shared, so let
Hello,
me.
we are viewing that
yes.
navigation.
We are seeing
the previous slide.
introduction
slide,
section
okay.
1.
Yes,
like
yes,
that.
yes. I'm going to
Yes.
share it. Yes. Now is it shared now? Yes, this page is shared.
Yes.
Yes, okay. So you see, so this is one thesis that this thesis I downloaded from website, and this thesis you see that what the things are there. So these things can be generated. These are not difficult part here. So this is the table of content. So this is in that university that this is the style of table of content. So this is generated. Now here you see appendixes and the figures, that what the figures you have written, we have inserted in your thesis. So those things to be given in the table of content. And now here, these are the tables, what are the different tables are there. And this is the introduction part here. So here, this is, you see, and I'm going to share it. Now here you see. So how that is the background is there, so 2.1. So if you give the 2.1 that heading, so how that 2.1 to be displayed, these are the figures, and that figures, that caption is given written here, that if you want to cite this caption in anybody, in anything else in your thesis, that can be shared accordingly here. And here you see so towards the end, there is a page style. That page style, that paging, so how that can be done. So I'll show here. Now you see here. So you see. So this is that another way of writing that here header and or header or footer here. You see. So this is another style. So how that can be written. So you see. So these are appendixes. So they are included in a different style. So okay, that another one I'm going to show. This thesis is myself, that are my one. That here you see a different style of this is the contents, table of contents. As I told you that I wrote it in the LaTeX. This is the LaTeX version. So here the style is chapter 1 introduction. That one there was no name of the chapter directly. That heading was there. But in the test university, the style is this one. Chapter 1 introduction. That along with the chapter number, that heading is also required. And then you see that writing these lots of here equation numbers are there. So here you see. That is the, suppose this is the equation number. This equation number, it is the number 2.3.3. That whenever you see this equation number, automatically it is understood that this is in the chapter 2 in the section 3. Equation number, it is the third number equation in the section 3 in the chapter 2. So similarly, if I see suppose another equation now, equation to this equation. So this question of 4.2.1, that 4.2.1 automatically it is understood that it is in the fourth number chapter in the section 2 and equation number is 1. So here in that way, so the generating the equation numbers in especially in the mathematical expressions is very crucial part in thesis writing. So these things we shall discuss here. Okay, now let us come to our main part here. Yes. So before going to that main topic that I told you, that I will start from the navigation, So navigation is required here to see the headings here. So which part, where the how you are adding the headings and you are writing. So to see this part. So heading is view, you go to view here, and here you click in a navigation part. Suppose I click here, navigation, that I did not select, I unselected it, that is hidden. Now if I click it again, it will appear here. So ruler is required. So ruler, for me, I require a ruler, so that is why I have highlighted here. So if you do not require that ruler part, you can hide it. Just you click it, you will hide. This will hide. And for this, for myself, I feel comfortable whenever a ruler is there. So that is the navigation part. Okay. So next part I included here, that is page setup. So next part is the page setup. So for the page setup, so here you see, you go to layout, you click on the layout, and you go to the margin here. You go to margin, then custom margin. Okay, so in the custom margin, so three tabs are here: margin, paper, and layout. So in the margin, you see, this is the top margin. It is the how that the margin, what should be the margin. So that also is given the or it is fixed by a university. Sometimes some university does not do it, but most of the universities, they give what should be the margin, top margin, what should be the left margin, what should be the bottom margin, what should be the right margin. So it is up to you. So you can set it accordingly, whatever the margin you require. Okay, so you see that units in some word, you will be seeing that it is in the inch. The unit, some books you will be some software that it is selected as inch. The unit is selected as inch. So whenever that will be in the inch form, then don't do it is 2 inch. So 2 inch is a very big unit in comparison to centimeter. So therefore you keep in mind. Okay, so you can change it. You can change it, that see a unit. You can click it, file. Okay, you see how that can be changed. You see, I am showing it. File, you click on file here, you click on option, and then you go to advanced here. Okay, now in advanced you can select many things here. You can select the many things, and you will be seeing here the unit here, centimeter. So somewhere you will be seeing here. So in the drop down menu here, you see style, area, pen, width, drop, and outline views. That here, that okay, you can check it. You can check it here. So I have shown it where to be set. So you check it and you select, you change the unit according to your desire, whatever you require it. Okay. So you can change it, and then gutter is required to bind it as every thesis to be binded. And whenever it is binding is done, in that case, in the left margin to be kept more. So in that case, that gutter, whatever the gutter margin you are going to keep it, accordingly you keep. And generally we keep it in the left side. You keep it in the left side, and and if we keep in the top side, so it is the spiral binding. So spiral binding, if it is done in the top side, that can be done, but thesis writing, it is not in the top margin, it is a left margin. So you keep in a left. Okay. Then multiple pages here, so no need to go to other things, just you keep it normal. So no need to other things, mirror margin, 2 pages per sheet, book all. So no need to do those other things, just you keep it normal. Okay. Now once you have set up these margins, then you go to paper. So paper, generally we select it the A4 paper size. This is A4. So more other options are there here, but generally we take it A4 paper size. So accordingly the size here, the size come, then you can change it also according to your desire. And if you desire to increase or decrease the width and the height, then you can change it. Then it to be selected default tray. So you select a default tray. Okay. Then print option is there here. So is print option, so you click it here. So update, in the print option, update link data before printing. So you do it. Otherwise, sometimes it happens that while you were compiling your thesis, you were editing the thesis, you forgot to update some table, some figure, or some other things. That in that case, that if you take the printout, then that may not be updated. That may not be the things whatever you have typed. So in that case, that if you forgot to update it, even then, if you select it, update link data before printing, then whenever you will be taking the printing, you will be taking the printing, then automatically that will be updated, and the latest updated part will be printed. And then layout. So layout. So here the section start. So you keep it continuous. So section start here. You keep it continuous. Then whenever we need a new page, we shall do it. I will show it. And sometimes that different odd and event page, different first page. So it is required sometimes that if you need to give the different header and footer, different style for header and footer, then you can give different odd and event. And if you need the different first page, but it is not necessary to do here, that while we will be editing the header and footer, there we can do it. It is not necessary to select it here. Okay, I deselect it. So here no need to select it here. You can read vertical alignment. So alignment will be the vertical one. And the line numbering, no need to worry about the line numbering here, no need to write. Now one part you remember it here. This one, apply to whole document. So you see, so whenever you will be doing that one, that apply to it whole document. So if you apply it to the whole document, then you will that no need to edit it again and again separately. Okay. So just one you edit it. Once you that set up it, and that will be continued. That will be followed in subsequent pages in the subsequent sections. So you apply the whole document. So everywhere it is there. You see, here also it is there. Apply whole document. Here also it is there. Apply whole document. So you just select the apply whole document. Okay. So in that case, whatever the page setup you have done, that will be continued. No need to do the page setup freshly again and again. Then you click OK. Okay. So this page setup part is done. Now here, and here more other section is there here. Actually, that is no need to worry about it here. Also, I'm at this moment I'm keeping set aside this one. And then next part is according to, I'm going to my according to this the page setup. You have learned that creation of single level list. So creation of single level list. So you see, creation of single level list means, so sometimes it happens so here okay. Here you see. So if you click it here, so the styles are available here. This style. So if you want to give some numbers, single level numbers, you are having this that built-in headings are here. The style is here. The style is here. Style is here. Style is here. Style is here. So these are different styles are there. And this style I created. So suppose you need a different style. Suppose you need a style here. Suppose you need to do, suppose you are to write here a And then you are to write here that the immediate next step you are to do here that in this step B, C, D, and so on, so on. And suppose you need to do here, it is 1, and then sorry 1 here, 1 within the parentheses, and 2, 3 in that way. So that can be done by doing by selecting it here. So you select it, then define new number format, you click it here, and then so whatever you require, you do it. So you select it here. Suppose I require it here, this style. So this style, I click it here, then I give the bracket here, this bracket, I gave it this bracket here, this bracket. And then font size, that if you need whatever the font size is required, that font size that can be also set here. You click it here, the font size, that accordingly you give. Suppose I need the font here, that I suppose Cambria, this font I need. Suppose I need the bold one, and suppose the size I need here 12. That I here. Suppose if you need some color, then you can give the color accordingly. So whatever the color you require, you give the color accordingly here. That if you need the underline, you can give the underline. And if here underline color, if you need the underline color, then also you can give it here. And then you see the style will appear in that way. That A. So now that dot is appeared inside here. So you can give it outside also. So you can give it outside. Thus you click it. So how that can be done, you see? I don't need here this or this size. I need here. I want to take the dot outside. So in that case, thus you give that bracket here. You click it here inside the parenthesis, and now you select it here. That dot. Sorry, this one, that if you need a dot here outside, now you put a dot here. So now that dot will appear. Okay, that you will see. So you see that dot is appeared outside. Okay. So now I have, you can select again there that font size, whatever the size you require, so you can give. Now you give the OK. So that part is done, and then you require this, then you click it OK. So here, that margin, if you need the left margin, you can give the left margin. If you need the center, you can give the center. If you need the right margin, you can give that. Generally, we keep in the left margin. So then that can be centered, or that can be right margin. That later on that can be done. So then you click it OK. Okay, then click it OK. So you see. So undo. So that appears. So now if you see it here. So you see it here. So you see that style is appeared here. This style has come. This style has come. Yeah, this style has come here. Okay. So that's the style you can define according to your own way. This is called single level list. Okay. You can write the step if you need. And you see, remembering all the steps is difficult much. And next, multi-level. I think that I'm keeping the this is the multi-level. So next, creation of multi-level list as per requirement. So you see, so this part, as I told you, most crucial part and very difficult part is here. So I'm taking a new page here. I'll show it. So before going to that one, suppose you require the heading style in that way. That one, instead of giving that introduction, here you are giving that introduction part at 1, it is followed by section 1, followed by section 2, followed by section 3, this one. So if anything you write here inside this, then if you write here, if you write anything here, then you suppose you write here, anything here. So in the section wise, now you see that this section, that once you edit or once you update this section here in the first chapter, then in the subsequent chapters, no need to update it separately. That if once you update it, whatever style you are giving in this section, that the same style will be taken automatically whenever you will be writing anything here. Whenever you will be writing here, the same size, same style, same font will be taken automatically in this section also. Then in this section, if you write anything here, that whatever the style you have given in this section, that style automatically will be updated here also. And similarly here in this section, if you write anything, that section style would also be in the same line as that of this one. Okay, so accordingly the subsequent styles also you can do. So if you insert more other chapter here, in that chapter also, that accordingly that same style, same font will be updated automatically. Only one thing you need to do here, after doing that one, you give here, you update it here, you click it here, update it automatically, it will be updated. Okay, so I'll show it. So that, and I am going to this part. Okay, so now before that, here now the main part is that creation of multi-level list. A multi-level list means that 1.1, 1.1.1, 1.1.2. So here you can, so you see, suppose I am here, suppose I deleted this part here. All party parts are deleted here. That I want to write here section 1 here. Suppose a section, I want to write here section, and this section, the first section, according to that I want to give the level, this level. So you see, once I click it here, update here, I click here. So here, so detail section, sorry. So the section, you update it here. So you see, you click it here, automatically it is updated. 3.1, you see, the section has taken the set 3.1. Then if I write here, that section here, that another section, if I write, if I want to give section 3.2, just you click it here, section 3.2. So if you write here, that's section, say suppose section, that if I want to write a section 3.3, just you click it here. So it is taken section 3.3. Now, if you want to write that section, suppose 3.1, you can give here that 3.3.1, just you click it here. So you see automatically it is updated section 3.3.1. So now here, the crucial part, how that to be created. Okay, so you have seen that this is a very nice way it is generated automatically, that the creation part is the crucial part. You have to learn this creation part. Okay. Okay, I'm opening a new page here. New. Okay. So in this case, multi-level list, you click here. So for very starting point, you just click it home. If it is not in the home tab, that you click, suppose it is in this there. If it is in the design tab, then you will not be getting that part. It's just you click it home. So you may write it sequentially to get the help later on. Okay, I'm giving you. You click it home, then click it this here drop down arrow, and don't select here. You see here many other, here select many other ready-made or the inbuilt styles are there. So this style may not be fitted to your thesis. If you give this style may not be fitted. If you give this style, this may not be fitted to you. If you give this style, that may not be fitted to you. If you give this style, that may not be fitted to your thesis or the style file of your university. So that is why to create it, just you select you click in the drop down menu, and then directly go to define new multi-level list. Okay, Then here you see, here, dialog box is appeared. Now click 1 here. Okay, so click 1. This is level 1. Okay, so then you, whatever is there here, so you erase it. You erase it. Okay, whatever is there, you erase. So generally, what happens? The heading, this will correspond to the heading 1. So heading 1 here, I want to give no number here. As you see, if you will be writing your thesis, that the cover page, no heading at here, in the cover page, number is not generally mentioned there. That acknowledgement, if there acknowledgement, there is no number is there. A certificate from the advisor, that is not necessary to give the any number. And if you give the dedication, that in the dedication, that no need to give the number of the heading. So in that case, this first heading should be kept, preserved for writing those cover pages, those pages. Okay, so no need to give any number here. Okay, so you keep it blank. You erase it, keep it blank. And then number alignment. So alignment, generally we do it in the left. So we can do it in the left, center, right. No need to do that one. If you need that one, you can give the center here. So you can later on also you can change it. You can, if you give the in the left, you can shift it to the center, or you can give it the center. Suppose you are giving the center alignment. Alignment, you are giving the alignment in the center. Then alignment at. So where you are giving the alignment. Alignment at here, suppose 0.51 centimeter. Here it is. You can increase, you can decrease. Here you see. You can increase alignment, you can decrease alignment. The alignment you can increase, you can decrease. So you can sub alignment. You can give here text indent. Text indent is, so here you know that alignment means what? You know that where the base margin is there, from that margin, from the left side, the line will be started away from 0.4 centimeter. Is not it? So you know it. Alignment from the margin, the text will be started at a distance of 0.4 centimeter away. And you can give it from the margin. If you want to start, you can give it from the margin, that alignment from 0 margin. Okay. And it is up to you. It is up to you, whatever the alignment you require. Suppose I am giving the alignment here 0.3 centimeter from the margin. And text indent. So text indent, you know, and from that first line here, the first line from where you want to indent it, whether you want to indent it was 0.60 centimeter or away from it. So 0.60 centimeter, that 0.69 or 0.60 centimeter, 1.25 centimeter, how this point value comes? That it comes from the concept of inch. So 1/4, 1 inch, that if you multiply 0.60 by 4, that will be almost 1 inch. So it is 1/4 of that one. So no need to go to the mechanical part here. So okay. So here you can give the indent part as set for level. So I will here next. I will go to that part here. You see that this one, and I am giving here that was, you see it is, that was here more. So you click it here. You click it here. So the here it will be automatically come here that here the first one, it is for the current page, and the link level to style. So here different styles are there here. So heading 1, so I will be giving here the heading 1. Okay. So heading 1. So you select it as it is for the corresponding to heading 1. So it is heading 1. You select it heading 1. And it will be definitely level 1. You can select it for level 2 also, but it is better to take it level. Level means that for which level you are framing it. You are framing it, whether it is level 5, 6, no need to do them. So you give the level 1. Okay, level 1. and then start at 1. So here no need to do anything. So it will be start at 1. So it is a level 1 heading 1. So style in this case, so here tab character. So tab character, when you will be pressing the tab button, so that the cursor will move in the jump will in the tab format, and how much it will be jump, so you can give it to you according to your style also. The tab will be stopped if you select it 0.7 centimeter, and you can increase it. That means once you press the tab button, where that tab button in the first pressing will be stopped, you can control it. So here I'm giving 1 centimeter. That means if you click on the tab button, it will be stopped at a distance of 1 centimeter from the initial point. And if you give here suppose 2 centimeter, that it will jump over by 2 centimeter. And if you give lesser one, then it will be accordingly here. It will do. So you can control it. The tab, how much jump it will do, that you can give the you can control it. So next we have selected the level 1, and next you click it 2. Okay, so click it 2 here. Now you whatever is there, you erase it. Now you erase it. Okay, so here I need heading 1. Heading 1 means suppose in a chapter 1 introduction, 2 chapter 2 suppose it has a survey, 2 number 2 it has a survey, 3 suppose main chapter, suppose 3 main chapter, so that will appear in that way. So if you hear that, you can give also, suppose you are giving here chapter, C is a P here, suppose you are giving the chapter. So chapter, if you write here chapter, then suppose you are writing the chapter, then if you give the number here, so number don't give the number manually. Okay, so if you give the number manually, then it will not generate it. You have to give the number from here. If you want to give the Arabic number system, Arabic format, then you click it here. So 1 comes here, you see 1 is appear, chapter 1. And if chapter 1, then whenever you will be writing your thesis, and if you update the heading 2, then in that case, that chapter 1 chapter will be appeared according to the chapter number, along with the chapter number. So that is why I am advising you to no need to write here chapter number. Okay, as if you give the chapter here, in every case, if you give the heading 2, then in that case, that chapter will be associated. So no need to give that one. Thus now you click it here, Arabic number format. That format I click it here. Then font size, whatever the font size you need. So generally, in that case, that we what the font you need. That suppose Times Roman. If you give that Times Roman, so Times New Roman, you click it here. Okay, Times Roman. Then generally we give the bold font, bold letter, and in that case, the heading that it is a bigger font size, and you give a bigger font size. That suppose size we are giving the 16, and you can increase or decrease it. So it is done. The font part is done here. Then color. So generally color is not required for writing of thesis. So you see the output, how it will be look like. You see that one. Then you click it OK. Okay. So it is done here. And next, that alignment in the left, align at 0.60 centimeter from the margin. You can reduce it also. You can increase it. You can reduce it. It is up to you. You can reduce it. Suppose I am giving the 4.5 centimeter from the margins, and text indent. So text indent, I suppose I am reducing it. I'm keeping it 1 centimeter. So it is up to you. And here again take this one. So tab stop. So tab stop here, you will be seeing that tab stop where that should be stopped here. So tab, you can reduce it. Suppose I am keeping it 1 centimeter. 1 centimeter from the left, it remains same. So to keep it, okay, you can keep it here. And then you see another part is here. This is the link to heading 2 here. You see here heading 2. Once I insert heading 2 from the drop down menu, then heading 2 appeared. Heading 2 is appeared. So it is for level 2. So we are writing, oh sorry, level 2. So in the yes, it is here level 2 here. So level 1, why I am not giving the level 1? So level 1, I reserve it for the writing those particular pages. And then start at 1 here, you see, start at 1. So level, so from where the level will be started? From level 1 it will be started. So automatically it takes. And then here this is done, and this one. Next you go to heading 3. So in this case again you erase it. And then you insert. Now you don't insert the value from here. Okay, you don't insert the value from here. You insert the value from here. You insert it from level 2. Okay, and then you give a dot here. So then you give the Arabic format. So 1.1. So now it will be going on in that day 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 2.1, 2.2, 2.3 like that. Okay. So again, I'm repeating it. The first one, no need to do here anything. Should not be done here manually. If you do them manually, you will never be able to generate the numbers according to your desire. Okay, you keep in mind. So if you go through some YouTubes available in our website, then you will be seeing that those things are not mentioned. Those things here, then you will not be getting. And then we have done this. So here text indent, you can reduce it. Suppose 1.4 centimeter I have kept it aligned. You can reduce it. 1 centimeter I have reduced it. So type character, you can reduce it. 1.4 centimeter I have reduced it. Okay, so we have done it. Next, I'm going to here level. Sorry, level was not here. Sorry.
Max volume.
Yes, you see heading 3. So it is for heading 3. So it is not showing. Is it visible to all of you? Hello?
Yes. Visible.
So, yes, I have heard someone is saying that not showing. Okay. So heading 3, it is generated for heading 3. And then you click here that 4. Okay. And again, you erase it completely. You erase it. Then you insert the number from here, plus level 2. Okay, I'm repeating it from the chronological way in the chronological ascending order. In ascending order, first 2, then you put dot here, and again you select it next level. You click 3, and then dot here, and the last number you select it from here. Okay, you select it from here. So don't mix them. If you mix them, then you will never be able to get it. I'm repeating again and again. You keep in mind it here. So again, you can here you can edit it according to your own way, whatever you require. Here, so alignment, whatever you require it, you can do it. Okay. So it is not, I'm not fixing it then. So according to your way, you can do it. Now, link level style, it is linked to level 4. It is linked to level 4. You see, heading 4 has come. So level 2 will remain same here. Then this one, so here this will no need to do anything here. So it is done. So in this level 2, I think okay, level 3, I did not select the font size. Is not it? That font you can select it here again. That font, suppose you are selecting Constantia. Suppose you are selecting Constantia, and bold, suppose you are selecting here, bold is 14. Okay, so we are selecting it. And here also, so I think that font I did not select it, so you select it. That font, again you can suppose that the same we are giving that bold that you are give 14. Okay, so yes. Now we are in level 4. Now next level 5. You see, at least we require up to level 5, as we require to make the sections 1.1.1.1, 1.1.1.2, up to 4th level we need. Okay. So this I have selected. Again, you erase it. Okay. Now again you select it in the chronological order. First level 2 dot level 3 dot level 4 dot. Now the last one you select it from here. Okay. So now you can select the font. So whatever the font you require. So as we know in the thesis writing that the same font we have to use uniformly. So that one, that bold, that same size we require to use, that we use. Okay. So this we use. So we have done this. So again, you can reduce it. You can, suppose I keep it 2.5. Okay. 2.5. You can align it. So you can do it according to your own way. So no need to be worried. This. Okay. 2.5. 2.5, let me keep here, so you can do it, no need to worry. So next, this corresponds to heading 5. Heading 5. Okay. Then here level 2 will remain same. Restart it remain same. This will all remain same. Then no. And next heading for 6. So this heading 6. So again you erase it. Erase it. You select it 2 dot 3 dot 4 dot 5 dot, and the last one is select from here. And then font size, and again as you need in that way Constantia. So this bold, that is 14. Okay, we have selected a font, and you can reduce it according to your own way. So suppose I am keeping it here, and this you can keep it. So once output you see that according to, you can do it according to your own way. So then you see it here that it corresponds to heading 6. So 6. So level 2 started here. This part automatically generated. No need to do that. Okay. So if you want to do here the restart list after, so just whatever the heading you input, just ahead of this, the preceding heading means this level means preceding level. So here the preceding level to be chosen. Here we are talking about here heading 6, level 6. So here that will be the for level the preceding one. Preceding one is level 5. If you want to select it manually. Okay. So now as at least up to 5 sections we selected it, and if you require more you can do it. Generally we do it up to this level. So then it is okay. Okay. So now let me start. So suppose I want to write introduction. Introduction here, I'm writing the introduction here. So introduction, so you set up it, you do it, introduction, then you give the font. So let us keep the same font, Times New Roman, Times New Roman, we have kept it here, so we keep it. So the size 16, we have kept it 16 size here. And more other setting you can do here. Indent and spacing. So left indent from the indentation, so you can reduce it that from where it will be started. So from the margin, it is real. And hanging means okay, I will show you what is hanging. So here, just let me give the hanging style. So you keep the hanging. So in the heading, so whatever you are writing, the next level start will be started not from the same margin. It will be started slightly indented from its margin. So that is a hanging. Okay. So spacing. So what the spacing you want to keep before? Suppose you want to keep it this. You want to keep it more here. Suppose you want to give the heading more here. You see this heading is, you see, whenever I am increasing or decreasing, the effect is seen here. You can increase or decrease. That means from where this is before and after, means that from the top margin, from where it will be started. From the top margin, it will be started from where? From where it will be started. Okay. This. So spacing. So spacing you can. So spacing is also, it is fixed by a university. University single space. Sometimes it is given. Sometimes 1.5. Sometimes 2 space. 2 point space. So accordingly you can give single space. You can give. You can give that 1.5. You can give the double space. So generally that double space it is not given. So 1.5 space. So you can give the space 1.5. So whatever it is equal. 1.5 can give. So now you get okay. Here line and page break, it is no need to go to there. I will show you later on. Now here, if you set as default, then it will be applied to all the subsequent cases. Yeah. Set as default. You may not keep it as set as default, so it will keep it okay. What happens? So is it visible? So here it is. So again, I repeat it. Uppercase. Okay. So the things you have seen. So what we can do that you update it. Okay. So you, after doing it, you click it here. So you right click it here. This is according to our heading 2. Is not it? This is according to our heading 2. So you just click it, right click it heading 2 and you update it. When does all the subsequent headings number 2, it will be appearing in that way. Okay. So you can give the here you can give, you can do it manually also. One thing you remember it here. So whenever you will be using the tab, so you see once you use the tab, so it is taking the set heading accordingly. So I will show you. Okay, so here, as I told you, that how much distance it will you need to require, that one that if you need away from here, then you have to give it in the setting page. So next, you understood that next one. So here, the suppose section 1.1, you are going to use the section 1.1. So that style I am going to give style here at the heading 2. So heading 2 here, section. So we give the same style constantia. We give this style and bold. It is bold. Okay, and other things you can arrange here. That in the left commas you need require that you can give the indentation. You can give here. You can give indentation according to your left alignment. So special, if any required, that is special you can give. Special means hanging. So it is that in the first line, you see, in the first line, left indent, you can give here, suppose this one. So first line, it is started from 1 centimeter away. Or it's okay, 1 centimeter or 2 centimeter. You can give in the 2 centimeter, special 2 centimeter. From the 2 centimeter, it will be started. And after and before, so you can change or decrease, you can increase or decrease it, whatever we require. So you see, accordingly, it is changes here. So whatever you require it here. So the point, so you can increase or decrease it. That here that pages 1.5, suppose let us split with 1.5 uniformly. So whatever the space line spacing is required, that will be that should be uniform. Okay. So we get okay. So section, that is section. So it will be, so no need to worry about those, all the things can be controlled. So just I am showing that how that can be created. Okay. That one, suppose 1.1.1, that one I require here. So if that one I require, that you click it here, update it. You click it here, and then you select it. You do this one, that constantia we applied. This is 14, that 14th bold type. So now no need to give this, and accordingly you select it. The other things you can select here. So other things you select it like the previous one. Okay. So now you update. You can update it to this. So previously we have updated it to this one. So next one. So it is coming due to the our selection of that indent zone. Okay. So I don't know really that all can be done here. Then next chapter, suppose preliminary. Suppose we are going to apply the preliminaries. In the next chapter, suppose heading 2. I'm giving the heading 2. So here in the heading 2, 16 times New Roman. Here updated, automatically it is updated, you see. So if I give the uppercase, you see. So once I give updated to here, automatically the same shape is again here. No need to give the separately, no need to edit it separately. Okay. So if I write another section here, suppose section, if I want to write section 2.1. So just I want to give here, you give it, and you click it here, update. So you see. So once you give the updated here, sections, I did it. Okay. Section this, update to it here. Okay. You see, it is taken automatically. Then you give the suppose section. Next section, if you want to give 6 suppose 2.2, that section you require. Then you click it here and you update it, automatically it will be updated. Suppose then next, suppose chapter 3 you are going to write the chapter 3. That suppose that main chapter, suppose main part. Suppose you are going to write in the main part here. Suppose you are giving the main part, and thus you give this, and you give the uppercase. So you see automatically this the thing is taken automatically. Okay. So similarly, the rest can be done. So the sections that if you need more other sections, you can do accordingly. That will be generated automatically. All these things. So up to this level, I think I could be able to give you. If you have anything problem, then you can discuss it in the interaction section is there. So that there we can share our problems there. Okay. Then the rest in this way, the rest can be done. The rest. So next. So next section is creation of a list of items. So how, without going to there, how we can create it by taking the list. So another format is there. So another way we can do it. Okay, another way we can do it. So you can do so another format I'm showing that is take a new page here. Okay. So suppose some list I prepared here. Some list I prepared. Suppose list 1, list 2, list 3, list 4, list 5, list 6, list 7. Okay. Suppose list 8, list 9, list 10 up to suppose. Suppose we are having this list, 10 number list we are having, and from this list, how can we prepare it? Prepare the different headings. Okay. So now just you write some list here. No need to be exactly the same way whatever you are required. Just you for the framing the multi-level list, you do it here. You click it drop down menu, and again you go to the define this multi-level list. Now here you see. So here you see that all are here. Whatever you did, the things are appeared here. So you can do it according to your own way. According to your own way, this is done previously. So here list 1, that suppose I want to do in a separate way here, heading 1. Suppose in this case, I want to give the heading 1. Okay. Heading 1 here, and level also I want to give the level 1. Okay, the same way I'm getting to give the level. In that case, I have to give the heading 2 here. So heading 2. That the first one I keep it for reserve. Okay, here I want to give another that will be nice. So by writing the chapter. So here, if you want to give the chapter number. So suppose here you want to give the chapter here. That heading is here. That is chapter number. If you want to give the chapter, you just write and you click it here. 1. Okay. So here heading, this heading will be appearing this other one, whatever the list one was there. Okay. I can replace it. Okay. As I'm doing it that way, I will show it from that list. So from heading 1, we give the like the previous way. Heading 1, that other things you do, this you do, this one, these things you do. Whatever you require, these things you do accordingly. These things you do. And then it is heading 1, I am giving this level also 1. In this case, as I am not preserving, or I'm not keeping reserve any heading for purpose, so that is why I should keep it here level 1. Okay, I should keep it level 1. And then level 2. So you can select it level 2. So for the level 2, you select it other font size, that whatever you require accordingly, those things you choose here. And now you erase it. You erase it. So level 1 dot, that you give it from here, this, and the other style that here, this will be for heading 2. So this will be level 1, it will remain same, the level 1. So it no need to do here anything. So here that I have given, I have inserted, and here you put accordingly whatever way you require. So you do it, so this, and then you click it number 3. So you do it, and again from the level 1, you insert 1, 2 points, then insert from here this. Okay, so here heading, this is corresponding heading 3, level 1, no need to do anything. Here no need to do anything, so it is no need to do anything. Here it is there. And suppose you 4 here, heading 4, so you erase it. Again you insert it level 1 dot, level 2 dot, level 3 dot, you insert it from here, and 4th level, up to 4th level we got, and you do it accordingly whatever you require. And then number 4, number 5, so again I'm erasing it, and I'm erasing it here. So insert level 1 dot, so level 2 dot, level 3 dot, level 4 dot, and insert it from here. So this one. Now this is corresponding to heading 5, level 1 here. All the things you do according to your own way, whatever way you require it. Here you can increase or you can decrease. So you do it according to your own way. So now you put it. Okay. Now you see we have created a list. Now you tap it here. So you keep the cursor here. If you tap 1.1, if you keep it here, you see 1.1.1. If you keep it here 1.1.1, so level, you see heading, that one. So we have created up to heading 5. You see here we have created heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, heading 2. Yes, now you can edit, you can update like the previous way. So now suppose I am keeping this here, this I am keeping this for suppose at chapter 1. If I want to write here chapter 1, CSFP here chapter 1. So I can write this is chapter 1 here. I can write the chapter 1. Heading I am writing the chapter 1. Or you can keep in the left side also, left side. So to keep the chapter 1, chapter 2, as I told you, we have to write here. You see, you keep in mind that if you want to write the chapter 1, chapter 2 in the multi-level list, if you want to do the multi-level list, you have to write the chapter here. Okay, you chapter here, you have to write the chapter here. You have to write the chapter here. And if you write the chapter 1, that accordingly, the chapter 1, chapter 2 will be going on in a automatic way. Okay. If you want to write this chapter 1, so you see, if if I give it chapter 1, chapter 2, like in the previous one here, then it will take this step. You see. So here it is, I did it manually. So if I do it in introduction, you see. So you see chapter 1 introduction. Now all the subsequent headings changes correspondingly. Chapter 2, you see. Once I wrote chapter 1, automatically the other headings changes to other headings change to chapter 1. Now, if I want to make it here 2.1, just you click it here, one tab. Then if you want to make it 2.2, so you want to hit shift tab. So if you want to come back with the same heading, you to the previous heading, you click, you press shift and then you click tab, shift plus tab. Then if I shift plus tab, if I click it here, you will see that you will go to the chapter 3. Now simply if I click on, if I press tab, the next heading, if I this next heading, if I click next heading, if I click next heading. Okay. I think you are understanding. So here again, if I want to make the heading 3.1, I can do it. Suppose more other things, if you want to write here, you can do accordingly. So whatever you want to give, just you click it here, chapter 1, this chapter 1, it is. So if you want to write more things here, there's someone mic is unmuted. Please mute it. Okay. You here, if you click it, this heading, you can give, even you have got it. So this, you have seen that if you write it in that way. So now, whichever is easier, accordingly you can use. I think the second one is easier than the previous one. In the previous one, if you make some mistake, then the entire things will go in there. Now here, just you previously you make some list and you can generate them. Okay, so I have shown two processes to generate the multi-level list. So next, so up to fourth, I can paragraph setting. So paragraph setting, as I have already mentioned it. So paragraph setting. So paragraph setting, it is not a new one. For those who are familiar with Microsoft Word, that everybody knows how to set a paragraph. And as also previously I told it, that here, these things, this is the paragraph setting. Okay. So for the paragraph setting, just you click it expand view, you click it expand view here, and you set it accordingly. Okay. So this is for paragraph setting. And the next one, creation of multi-level continuous equation numbering as per headings. Now I have seen that as we kept 1.5 hour. I think 1 hour. Today's program is to let me check.
Hello, Phukon.
Yes.
It is 12:30, almost 12:30.
Almost 12:30. No? Yes.
So,
okay.
yes,
I should stop here. That for 12:30. So next here it is. If I start for the creation of multi-level continuous equation numbering, so it will take another 20 minutes. 20 minutes it will be required here. 20 minutes to 30 minutes. So
it can be.
Yes.
Can we shift it to tomorrow's program?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm keeping it for tomorrow and for the data tomorrow. Yes. So at this up to this level, I stop. So whatever is left out in the, we shall continue with the next class. So I don't know how much you have learned that from my side, as far as possible, I am trying to give it. And as also I told you that I'm not an expert in Microsoft Office Word, and that only the technical side I am sharing to you. So up to this level, I am sharing if anything is there to be learned by you, and after doing the practice, if new problems arises, then I can discuss with you if it is possible. Okay. So I am handing the mic to Leela Horsohan. So you please initiate for the next level according to our agenda. Thank you for all of you. Thank you for all the participants for hearing patiently. Okay, I'm handing. Yes, okay. You can proceed.
Thank you, sir.
You can proceed.
And
Yes.
as per our program, there was a session for practicals, but as our time is very little remaining, so I request Phukon sir, if some questions or queries from participants regarding that practical session, can you take a few queries?
Thank you, Sohan. That yes, the space is open for the queries, so the participants can ask from their side if any queries or any doubt remains. It is open for discussion.
Phukon sir, good morning. I am Divakar Singh.
Good morning.
Sir, I just want to ask, we have created a multi-level list. And we have set the fonts and font size and all these kind of things. So if we keep on repeating, do we need to change the fonts every time, or it will be changed automatically?
Yes, you see, that is a very good question. Yes, yes, that's a very good question. So you see, I am sharing one page you will be seeing here. That okay, let me share one page. That is, I think this page is visible to all of you. This page is visible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. You see, once you update it, as I told you, that once you edit the headings, heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, whatever you are making the headings, then just you right click it OK here and update the heading. So if you update it, and here you see, if you write this paragraph, suppose I am writing this paragraph I am writing here, suppose. After writing this paragraph, that here if I update it according to the heading 1 here, if I update it according to the heading 1, then you see, if I have according to heading 1, then all the things will here, you see, sorry. Yes. In the paragraph setting, you see. So here you see, once you set the paragraph, once you set the paragraph, if you make it set, here you see, set as default. If you make it set as default, then all the for the entire document, no need to update it again. So it will be updated automatically. You see. So I forgot to tell you this part. So you see, again I'm repeating it. After writing this, after doing the setting, once you do the paragraph setting, if you have done the paragraph setting, this one, and that just in the setting, that you just write, you are click on set as default. Here you do it this document only. Don't do it all documents based on this normal template. If you do it for all the subsequent writings, whenever you will be writing anything in your MS Word, then that format will be of that type. So don't do that one. So here just you select it, this document only, then you click it OK. Then in this heading, in the subsequent chapter, In a subsequent chapter, whenever you will be writing anything after this heading or along with this heading, then that will be updated automatically. Just you need to do here this update here. Okay, so that will be updated automatically. No need to do here. So automatically have updated. So here no need to do here also. Here no need to do click it here. Just you go on writing. You go on writing as I have done it. Automatically that will be updated. Okay. So I'm repeating it again. Those who are here, I think you got my point.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thanks.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. Any more queries? Any more confusions? And some of the participants, they were asking whether any YouTube live streaming of this program is going on or not. I think some of those participants are outside of Assam. So let me inform you that our Cisco WebEx system can accommodate up to 1,000 participants at a single slot. That is why we have not gone for any YouTube, Facebook live streaming, etc. But this meeting is being recorded, and we will try maybe by tomorrow to download this and upload in our YouTube channel. Webinar YouTube channel is there of our Kokrajhar Government College. You can visit the website of our Kokrajhar Government College, and there you will find, but it will take time. We will sure try to put this recording in YouTube channel. Thank you.
Okay, one suggestion to the participants. You please do the things practically by taking your laptop or desktop. If you do not do it, then there are possibilities there. You might be forgetting it after half an hour, or especially creating the multi-level list. That practice is necessary. As I told you that these things I have learned from the YouTube and from the other website available in the internet, and it required 3 days to me. First I understood it, then again I tried to apply it. After applying it, that after second chapter they were not generated automatically. Again I went, and it is 3-4 times I tried it, and then I understood that I understood that you see that how that chronological order, that different levels should be inserted. So that is why that practice is necessary. Okay.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. Yes, I'm getting you. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Sir, I want to learn how to check our references. How can we check our references, or how can we set our references?
I think you joined from the beginning.
Yes, sir.
In the beginning, I kept some lines outline here. You see, and I also mentioned there that reference section. Here you see that I have kept this page is visible, I think, to you. Reference manually, I have kept it this part.
Okay.
This matter. Here you see manually part where I have kept it manually.
So.
Okay, let me take you. Yes, you see. You see. So citation share here that this part definitely will be included. If I leave it, then there is not be any meaning of conducting this workshop. If this very chapter is very crucial part is left out, okay, definitely that should be that will be discussed later on. Subsequently, I am going one by one. So initially, if I discuss about the citation, then other things, how to frame it, you will not be able to understand it. So definitely I will do it. Here, that very nice software is there. That is Mendeley software is there, and I have given the link to all of you how to download it, the link, and you have to download the Mendeley, you have to install it, and then using the Mendeley software, we shall be generating the citation site references in a nice way without writing even a single word in our thesis. So I will show it. So that part definitely certainly will be in the third day, not in the second day. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sorry, sir.
Okay.
I was
Okay.
disconnected. Okay, sir. Okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay. 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 No, not an issue. Okay.
So, hello, Leeladhar.
Yes, sir.
Is there any question?
I don't think in chat also there is no question.
No question. And already
And
feedback link is
12:30.
given.
Feedback link is also given.
Also given.
So we request all the participants to fill up that feedback link for today's session, already given in the chat box. And if there is no queries or questions, then we can wind up this session also. Is not it, sir?
Yes, and Dr. Phukon.
Yes.
Can you wind up today?
Yes, if from the participants and no query is there, then we can wind up today.
So definitely, Leeladhar, you can announce that we can wind up today, and the participants must join today at definitely, that means scheduled time.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, sir. Then, dear participants, we will again continue tomorrow. And before going to that, two announcements I would like to make. First one is that the feedback link is given in the chat box. We request everybody to fill up that feedback. How was our session? How was our presentation? Everything. And we request also the participants to try the things which has been shown by the resource person today, because practice makes everything perfect. By learning, it's okay, but if you make practice, then it will help you to do it correctly and without any trouble. Because computer related things, they look easy when somebody is doing, but whenever we start doing practically, then we find that we are not being able to format it properly. So that is what our request is. Because in being online, it is difficult to provide practical sessions, but we are going very slow so that everybody can understand the processes. And next thing is that tomorrow we will join again. And regarding the link for tomorrow's session, that is today's session, the feedback link was reset due to technical reasons. We will again revisit the link, and if link is proper, we will very soon, by today evening itself, we will send you the links for tomorrow also. Then I thank all the participants for attending this program, and I thank Dr. Panobna Brahmosar, Madam of Principal of our Kokrajhar Government College. I thank Dr. B.K. Das, the convener of this program. I thank Dr. Shivasak, the convener of this program. I thank Dr. Ambeswar Phukon sir, the resource person. I thank Dr. Kalita sir, the keynote speaker. And I thank the entire member of this organizing committee for their active participation, and thanking all participants also. We conclude today's session. We hope to join you tomorrow again at 9:50 a.m. Please join early to avoid any traffic problem. Thank you all. We will close the session now. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all.